tough game, loss against home team. How do you summarize this match?
Sure, I wish I had a long time to summarise the game. There was so much that happened in the space of the day there. Look, it's never nice to lose a cricket game, but I think in the position we're in, we now have the ability to try one or two things and play one or two players that we potentially need to have a look at. And it was fantastic to see two youngsters make their debut today, their ODIs debuts, a day they'll never forget, in front of an amazing crowd, atmosphere. That's what ODI cricket should be all about. And look, to see this man sitting to my right get his first ODI 100 was fantastic. I'm really pleased for him. A pity it wasn't a losing cause though. But I think the reasons for the loss are pretty obvious. You know, ill discipline with the ball, and just really poor in the field, and we didn't apply enough pressure when we really needed to. And we also have to give Nepal a lot of credit. They've chased 2 games in a row now. Confidence is going to be really high. And let's hope that it brings more fans in, because, like, as I say, that's what it should all be about.
At one time in batting, you were 111 for 6. Les came on and rescued the innings. So what was the thinking going in at the innings break? Did you think that the total was quite competitive, or was it more than enough?
We absolutely thought it was enough. We always backed our bowling attack that it was going to be enough. It was interesting how, and we found this in the previous game, how the wicket did change a little bit. We found that particularly early the wicket spun quite a lot, and that's probably credit to the Nepal spinners too, and how they bowled and how disciplined they were with the ball. And then for us, we found that it didn't do as much. The wicket almost played a lot better, but I also feel that we almost allowed them to get back into the game. You know, we had them 5 down before the 12th over, and whenever you have a team 5 down before the 12th over, you should capitalise and make sure that you keep applying pressure even if you can't get wickets. So yeah, very much ourselves to blame for the loss, but again, credit to Nepal for the way they played.
So the previous day you had 10 wickets win, a convincing win, but do you think you making 3 changes at the same time affected the team combination? And looking at the bowling that you had, you didn't have your main bowlers for the last overs. So did you think that was the key point?
Yeah, look, we've brought 14 players that we believe that any one of the 14 that are playing are able to make an impact in the game. It's something we speak about quite a bit, that when you get your opportunity, you've got to grab it with both hands. But look, it's always, when you do take a Munzi, a Kutsa and a Sharif out of a starting 11 for Scotland, that's always going to weaken the team a little bit, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to lose a cricket game by doing that. So I still back the other 3 that came in, and we would have backed them to also win us the game. So look, it's disappointing to lose again, I'll emphasise that, but it's encouraging that there are some positives that we can take out of the game. I thought particularly the 2 youngsters that came in, they showed really good signs at times. But look, there's a lot to learn. The game doesn't just throw you favours, you've got to go out there and earn it. But disappointed that we lost, but happy in a couple of areas.
Do you think crowd play their part for raising the home crowd and their motivation?
Yeah, definitely. You know, the crowd, it's a wonderful crowd to play in front of. They're passionate, they want to see good cricket. Credit to them too. When this man to my right got his 100, they cheered as if he was playing for Nepal. So that's really great too. But it's quite good to also hear the silence, because you know that you've taken a wicket. So it's good. They're passionate, and it's a fantastic experience for our players to play in front of a big crowd. And I really hope that can be the way it's going to be in the future.
So you become the champion. You still have 2 more matches in Nepal. So are you looking for more experimentation, or are you going to choose your main team?
Yeah, we're looking to keep trying things. We have the opportunity to do so now. We want to see guys under pressure. We want to see guys go in and put in match-winning performances. And the only way to do that is right out there in the pressure cooker, in front of the big crowd. You know, that's where we want to see the guys do it. So today was a really good day to do that. Unfortunately, we didn't get over the line, but we've got 2 more opportunities to go out there and put our guys under pressure and see what they have, see if they have what it takes. We're going to a World Cup qualifier, and let me tell you, that's going to be a lot of pressure going there. You're playing against some really good teams, and you're going to have to play your best game. So this is all looking forward into the future in terms of where we're going to be going and where this team is going over the next 2-3 years.
You become the champion of League 2, but you've been constantly rubbing shoulders with the big teams as well. How do you see the difference in quality between the test nations and associate nations like Nepal, UAE, PNG, Oman? How do you see the difference?
Yeah, look, on their day, I think most teams can rub shoulder to shoulder with each other. I think if I look at the T20 World Cups, just how most of the associate teams, particularly in this last World Cup, probably won the most. They won the most games they ever have in a World Cup, which shows you that the gap is closing, but particularly in T20 cricket. But in 50 over cricket, that gap probably gets a little bit bigger because you've got to just play that little bit better for longer periods of time. And Nepal have shown in the last two games that chasing a score of over 270 is not easy. You've got to play really, really well, and they've done it twice in a row. We've done that on a few occasions, and look, we're confident that we will have to keep putting in good performances like this to keep, well, not like today, but as we have done in the past, to keep showing that we can compete with the big boys.